All right, hey, how you doing out here? I'm in Andy Faber's basement right now, where he builds a lot of different amps, and we just worked on an amp called the Newell amp, which is right here. I love this amp. This amp is one of the best amps that I ever played, and I done had a bunch of different types of amplifiers. And I'm hard on amplifiers also, just as well as I'm on guitar. But this amp is very unique. It has two masters. It has a clean channel. It has a dirty channel. It's basic. You got your bass. You got your treble. You got two mids also. You got a mid for your clean channel, and you have a mid for your dirty channel, which is very unique also. I never saw that before. Also, I have switches on this amp where it changes different polarities on whatever type of guitar that you're using. Keep in mind, again, this Newell amp, I done played over 5 different guitars and some other guitars that was customized for me through this amp. And every guitar that plays through this amp sounds really, really, really great. Even jazz guitars sound great, and you can play jazz, you can play rock. This is a very versatile amp that I really stand by. The speaker is a Newell speaker also. Well, I don't want to talk about the speaker too much. I'll let Andy do that. But the design of the speaker cabinet, we have 2 of them, and also with the Newell name on it. Using some stuff from different other amps and other speakers, and design our own sound. I have my own sound finally, and I done played a bunch of amplifiers. And enough of me talking. Let's demonstrate a little bit of this Newell amp. Right now, we are on the clean channel. Very clean. For you blues lovers who like to play clean, it's great. For you jazz lovers who like to play clean with some LL4 guitars by Gibson with some heavy strings, just amp rocks to play. Another thing, keep in mind, Andy designed this amp for me. I always say we, but he really designed the amp. I just told him what I like and what I want. We designed it to use pedals, because I use pedals. So guitar players that use all types of effects, we don't have no effects loop or nothing like that on the amp, but you still can run it through, and it's very clean. This is some of the effects I use. Let me put one plugged in. I use many effects, but I am a distortion freak. So I am using 3 types of distortions plus the distortion on the amp. That's what another thing that when you hear it, it's great. I'm using the giggity is like a compressor. I'm using a lava box for rhythm or Stevie Ray Vaughan sounds or bluesy sounds like Freddie King or whatever I create. I use a T-Rex Swamp Box is another distortion pedal that's really cool, that gives me a little more different type of distortion and overdrive. And I use the Holy Grail, which is my reverb for the amp, because we don't have reverb on it. And then I'm using a Radio Big Shot ABY box. Controls the hum. I got more accuracy, more cleaner tones and stuff like that. So then I got my tuner, and this is called the Morpheus. The Morpheus pedal is really cool too. That's for drop tuning and stuff like that. So that's what I sort of use, and then I got the switch for the amp. Again, your clean tone. If you're using a strat, you notice that here's the bridge. And then I go on the toggle switch, go to the 2nd position. Then if I go to the 3rd position on the strat, well, you country guy. Then we go to the 4th with that funk. All clean, if you notice that, and I'm not losing no fidelity. I'm not losing nothing. Real cool tones. Again, this amp is all tube too. Then we go to the bridge pickup. That's the whole clean tone there. Now if I go to the dirty channel, I'm going to switch to the dirty channel now. What I like about the dirty channel on here, because I use pedals, some guitar players like the dirty channel on the amp. I agree, because I have amps that I can do that too. But then how about if you got a just total amp and it's not too dirty and you're using your pedals to just get another oomph out of it. This is what this does here, and I love it. Like right now, I got it on the dirty channel. It ain't that much. I think I'm running 12 o'clock on the preamp, and then I'm running on the volume probably around 9 o'clock, between 9 and 10 o'clock. And again, if you notice my settings on this amp, everything is 12 o'clock from the bass to the mids, and the treble is between 12 and 1. So now I'm going to hit the lava box to get more gain and distortion. That's cool, and that's on the dirty channel, but check out the distortion on the clean channel. So I'm using the clean channel with the lava box, and go back to the dirty channel. You should have heard the difference right away. That just came out in your face. So what's cool too is now I'm gonna hit the giggity with this, and you'll hear a whole you hear more out of it using the giggity pedal. Then I cut it back off, and I'm still. If I want that Stevie Ray Vaughan sound. Also, it depends on what guitar you're using. This guitar that I'm playing is the 50th anniversary from one of the Nashville stores in Nashville. We changed the insides. We got a new toggle switch, new pods with turquoise knobs. Also, we're using the Joe Barton pickups, one of the best pickups in the world for Stratocasters or Telecasters. Hear that bite, that grit. This amp brings out everything, all the characteristics that you want. Again, and then I'm going to switch back to the clean channel, and I'm use the T-Rex Swamp distortion. So you heard the lava by itself. Now let's hear the T-Rex Swamp by itself. More ZZ Top in the So you hear that from the swamp, and check out the sound of the amp again. Everything is so precise with this amp. It's so cool. Then we can go to, now if you really go, I'm going to put the reverb on. You got reverb now. But when I hit the distortion, I get more reverb. I don't know, I don't know why, but it works sometimes. It'd be cool if it was a delay. But now we're going to work about all these bands that play guitar and they tune down. Well, I don't have to tune down because I have a pedal called the Morpheus. You don't lose no fidelity, you don't lose no characteristics. If anything, you're just going to be playing very low and very dirty and very dark. So, to give you a little example, I'm putting the lava on. Well, let's go put the lava on. Let's go right to the pedal and start with the first one. Now, right now, I'm down to E flat now. I'm now down to E flat. So that's E flat that a lot of people playing, like Jimmy, Stevie Ray. Drop down to E flat, which is cool, you know. No care, and ain't losing no sound, ain't losing no fidelity, ain't gotta mess with my bass, ain't gotta mess with my treble, ain't gotta do nothing but just play the guitar. And that's what guitar players want, is an amp that they can just play the guitar. And they ain't gotta tweak it so much. The sound is already there. And most amps today, they bias, they do all this crazy stuff. You get an Andy Favis amp, you're gonna be very pleased with his work. His work is really, really great, and it's very excellent. And he's handcrafted in America, you know, right in Brookfield. Trust me, he's an awesome guy. That's who you want to build your amps. All right, now let's go to the pedal again. We're going to break it down. That was E flat. Now let's go to a drop D. And all you guys that plays dirty.